of, in general, is disc golf par too soft? I know it's a really broad question, but it's coming from an area of, if I'm Nike looking in and I see players shooting, averaging 15 under to win a tournament, does that make disc golf look silly?
You want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a little bit soft. They have the same dilemma all the time in ball golf where actually their dilemma is the equipment gets too good and then they have to make the courses ridiculously hard, especially like the USGA. And then they're kind of finding that balance between, okay, do we want to see guys make a ton of birdies or do we want to see them grind out and try to shoot even par? I think there's definitely a balance. Personally, I'd like to see scores come in, like good scores come in, like half the holes are birdies, like a 9 under.
Yeah.
Like, 18 under, this guy, I guess, did that a couple times, and like that's definitely makes the news, but it shouldn't be the regular. Like 19 under at a state tournament like that, that's soft. And usually I think it's the par fours are a little too soft for the guys that have huge arms.
Exactly.
And that's when you just have to adjust it.
Well, 59 and 58, I think, might be the lowest score ever on the PGA Tour, which is by anyone?
It's the
58.
Anyone? He's got a weird swing. He's got a.
Furyk.
Yeah, Furyk.
Yeah.
Also, only person has I think he's the only person that has a 58. Chat can correct me, but only person that has a 58, and he also has a 59 too, which is insane. Which is like 58 is 14 under.
Yeah.
But I think it was on a 71.
It was 71.
So I think it was 13 under.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 13 under par is the lowest of all time.
And disc golf, you got to average higher, better than that, lower than that to even
Sometimes.
win
Yeah,
tournaments.
Paul's going out and averaging 15 under on most courses.
I think too.
So it's
though,
what do you
figuring
thinking?
out how to make the course difficult without it being just not even entertaining. Because
like a circus act.
For instance, in ball golf, you can make the fairways narrower, but obviously in disc golf, the fairway situation is different. Like to make the course more difficult, you can add length. And then obviously obstacles and OB, but I think it's a little bit more tricky in disc golf to make a course difficult and kind of find that balance.
Yeah, I think some courses like the one if you looked at the stats, the length of the holes, they were not par 4 lengths. I think some were like 430 feet, 450, 470, which is reachable by, I would say 98% of top players.
The tough part with some of it, because I'm trying to remember this course. I've watched coverage of it. I think the tough part comes in, it's like 445 foot par 4, but it might be a par 4 shape, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it might be like a Chris Dickerson. I haven't seen footage of his round, but it could have been something where he threw a ridiculous D6, like anti-flex cut to weird roll that happened to get lucky.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any place in the sport where 430 feet should be a par 4.
Regardless of shape, woods.
Yeah. Then you're getting to that
you need some hard
that
par
gimmicky
threes.
stuff. Yeah, make it a hard par 3. Figure something out. So I don't know. I don't know the course that it was on, but anytime it's 430 feet, like it should not be a par 4.
Yeah.
And I know he had 5 eagles, so apparently I wish I had the stats, but I don't think any of them were above 600
Yeah, while
feet.
you're pulling up the stats,
I don't think anywhere above 600 feet.
he had a lot of dark blues, which I believe are eagles.
They
At least
are.
4.
Yeah, but it just is like, one is not a tour course, which there's not many courses I think that are more difficult than the ones that we have to play when we're on tour, and that's kind of why those stops have become those stops. So
is it like a PGA Tour, like a tournament going to like just some run-of-the-mill country club and they're playing from like the white tees? Is that kind of like the equivalent of like...
some of these tournaments are not from the hardest holes, I believe, as well. They're not playing the hardest layout. They could be playing like they might play this one course twice to where they played the red one round and then the white one round or whatever, the short and long. So I know they mix, and I think they played a lot of courses for that tournament. Wasn't it 4?
I don't know if
It was
the
4
pros
courses.
did.
That's why I didn't go.
The pros played 4?
I was thinking about going, and then I realized it was you play 4 courses. I'm like, I don't have any time to try it. But I think the biggest issue that disc golf is going to have is you gotta somehow make putting more difficult. You gotta have something to where it's like if you don't lay up in a certain spot, and some of like the USDGC holes have that. To where you have to put your layup in a certain spot or you do not have a good look at a putt, even if you're 20 feet away.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
We don't have that in a lot of courses.
A lot of the courses we play, it's like, all right, I need to put this close to the basket.
Circle
one.
one.
That's my goal.
Circle one.
You just have to worry about trying to birdie it.
Yep.
Birdie it. You're not playing a position shot. You're not, trying to get yourself, if it's a par 4, you're just attacking the basket and scramble from there and you birdie.
Yeah.
So
and not that you would probably ever have this mentality, and I think top pros don't have this mentality either, but like in golf and in disc golf, but how many times are you realistically on a hole and you're thinking to yourself, I could bogey this, or I could double bogey this?
Unless there's OB or water, unless there's like an OB line or water, there's no moment on a hole where you're like, I can't go in the rough.